50 miles southeast of Chicago, nestled near the coast of Lake Michigan. It's a place driven by what's coming next, a place where industry is the lifeblood of its community, and its pulse is gritted with sand and steel, fire and smoke. It's a city building its future together, one business, one family, and one home at a time. This is a place for makers, doers, and dreamers. It's where the global marketplace meets hometown values, where Americana isn't just a tradition, it's a way of life. Here, your experience makes the difference. With access to railroads, major waterways, and 8 different highways, this is a place in motion, sending goods, services, and ideas not just across the state, but across the world. And when the work ends, the day's just beginning, with beaches like West Beach in the Indiana Dunes National Park, exciting hiking and biking trails like the Diana of the Dunes Dare or the BMX track, and local treasures and exciting festivals, you'll know you're in more than just a bedroom community. From veterans of foreign wars to hometown heroes, our diversity is our strength, and we forge our future with the same flame as our steel. Oh, there's a place in the Midwest, and it's calling you home. The best part of Portage is what's next. The best part of Portage is you. There's more for you in Indiana. There's a place in the Midwest, 50 miles southeast of Chicago, nestled near the coast of Lake Michigan. It's a place driven by what's coming next, a place where industry is the lifeblood of its community, and its pulse is gritted with sand and steel, fire and smoke. It's a city building its future together, one business, one family, and one home at a time. This is a place for makers, doers, and dreamers. It's where the global marketplace meets hometown values, where Americana isn't just a tradition, it's a way of life. Here, your experience makes the difference. With access to railroads, major waterways, and 8 different highways, this is a place in motion, sending goods, services, and ideas not just across the state, but across the world. And when the work ends, the day's just beginning, with beaches like West Beach in the Indiana Dunes National Park, exciting hiking and biking trails like the Diana of the Dunes Dare or the BMX track, and local treasures and exciting festivals, you'll know you're in more than just a bedroom community. From veterans of foreign wars to hometown heroes, our diversity is our strength, and we forge our future with the same flame as our steel. Oh, there's a place in the Midwest, and it's calling you home. The best part of Portage is what's next. The best part of Portage is you. There's more for you in Indiana. There's a place in the Midwest, 50 miles southeast of Chicago, nestled near the coast of Lake Michigan. It's a place driven by what's coming next, a place where industry is the lifeblood of its community, and its pulse is gritted with sand and steel, fire and smoke. It's a city building its future together, one business, one family, and one home at a time. This is a place for makers, doers, and dreamers. It's where the
Welcome to the Board of Works meeting. Will you please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could we go ahead and do the roll call?
Mayor Bonta.
Here.
Member Newell.
Here.
Member Lewis. Here. Member Farkas. Member Miletta.
Here.
Did everyone have a chance to look at the minutes, and is there a motion to approve them?
I did find one correction we need to make. Under the new business, the fuel, equipment, loan, and supply agreements, looks like I made a motion to table it until February 27th, but the meeting's actually the 25th. So I think it was my error. So if we can just make that small change.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So that gets us to new business. First, we have the Marina Shores requests. Mr. Weller, are you here? Oh, I see you. Sorry. One of the things that I want to apologize to you for is, given that there's other matters involved, I would normally want Attorney Steve Scott to be the attorney advising us on this. Would it be comfortable for you if I asked for this to be tabled so that we can get a different legal counsel on it?
If that's the request, I'm fine with moving ahead, but if you would prefer that,
If that's okay, just for the sake of making sure that we get the smoothest way, you know? But if you'd like to come and speak, that's totally good too, if you just want to talk about what you're doing, but either way is good.
if we're going to table it, then that way I'm not going to bore the board.
Hey, no problem, man. It's just always good to hear from you, so thank you. Cool.
Make a motion that we table the Marina Shores event requests until the next meeting. I think that's on the 25th.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Then we get to the Nativity Fest carnival permit. Ed, now we get to my thing. This is my mother. Am I okay on this one, or?
I don't think anybody cares. My name's
If your
Leanne
mom can find
Bonta.
3 votes without you, that would be best.
Gotcha.
Good morning. My name's Leanne Bonta. I am here seeking your approval for our 57th Annual Nativity Fest. It would be on July 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th of this year.
Does anybody have any questions? It's Nativity Fest. It's not
I was
really
going to say, it's not like we don't, you've obviously contacted the fire department and the police department.
Yeah, we work very closely with everyone, the police department and the
I'll
fire.
make a motion that we approve the Nativity Fest for this July.
I'll
10th,
second.
11th, 12th, 13th. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you needed.
The 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th.
Yes.
I'll second.
We have a motion and we have a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Congratulations, Mama.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What would Portage be without Nativity Fest, anyway?
Right, exactly. It's
Love to do it, right?
That gets us to opening an award for the 2024 2 CCMG street paving and repair project bids.
Good morning. We have 2 bids that we received. Our first one is Ruth Riley Construction of Gary. And their bid is for a total of $570,620.62. Ruth Riley Construction. And our second bid is from Milestone. Milestone's bid is in the amount of $551,173.25. It is the department's recommendation that we award the contract to Milestone Contractors North, Inc. in the amount of $551,173.25. Generally, we take these bids under advisement. We're sort of on a deadline with the Community Crossing Matching Grant. We have to be under contract and have everything submitted to INDOT for approval by March 7th. So if we could award today contingent upon our attorney's review, that would be great.
Make a motion upon the recommendation of the department, we award the contract to Milestone in the amount of $551,173.25.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Let's see, did we have any bulk item appeals today, Darren? No. That's always good to hear. That gets us to the claims. Did everyone have a chance to look at the claims, and is there any questions or a motion to approve?
Make a motion, we approve the claims in the amount of $1,397,841.91.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Any other matters to be brought before the board? Oh, I apologize. The second docket of claims. Sorry, it's like the Pharaoh's tomb. There's like a secret one behind the first one. Yeah.
Make a motion, we approve it in the amount of $943,461.31.
I'll second.
We've got a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you. Is there a third one? No. Okay, we're good. Any other business to come before the board? Not hearing any. Is there a motion to adjourn? Oh, Darren. Yeah, well, come on up, man.
I thought maybe you'd go under new business or something. Just to advise.
I mean, you had the
everybody,
chance
we
during
do
the bulk
have-
item appeals. No, sorry. You could have just came up and said, actually, I
The
got
only
something.
appeal I
Yeah.
wanted is get rid of the snow, but we got a lot coming in. They're talking up to 10 inches. So I want to remind everybody of the ordinances of parking on the street while we have plows out there with 2 inches and above. Please don't block the streets. We've had issues where cars, I'm good with that with meetings.
It was very dramatic music, like for the situation.
That's the sound before the thumper. Keep your vehicles off the sides of the streets, please. We've had issues where cars were parked on both sides of the streets, couldn't get plows through. And if you don't want them towed, then I would suggest parking them someplace else, getting them in your driveways and everything. We've had issues with contractors as well, pushing their snow across into streets and stuff after we've been through. I need the contractors to put it where they need to put it. Also, after this storm, we still have the cleanup. Temperatures are going to get down below, around 0. So keep in mind that after this, there will be ice on the roads and parking lots. We've had issues where we've had employees, including my own employees, we're out there salting parking lots and stuff, and we're slipping on black ice. So I'm trying to get a suggestion to get ice cleats put for these employees' boots for their safety, because I've fallen myself on this ice. Other than that, yeah, because I know there's going to be a lot of people, because we got this much snow, they're going to want to go out and take their kids out sledding, so please be careful, driving through this. And I'm sure PD and fire is going to be pretty busy. I seen them last year out there, in the past years, including myself, helping people push them through the snow because they want to leave somewhere. So just be careful out there, and if there's any questions, I have crews all set up for 12-hour shifts. We may go through because we got another storm coming in on Saturday as well. So they're going to be working.
Thank you so much, Darren. If I could ask you too, and I know that I might be asking a question maybe ahead of the situation, but my understanding is that like when it kind of snows like this, and then it gets kind of maybe a little bit warm again, and then snows again, that's usually the recipe for potholes, like as they happen?
That will cause potholes. Even though we put cold patch in it, once it rains, it freezes, it's not binding or anything, it's going to come back out. I've had that total patcher out where we're taking care of where we did potholes so we could seal them and go over them.
I only say it because I know that when there's always kind of a time of the year, or, well, sometimes it might not happen, but usually there's a certain time of the year where they start to get real bad and people start questioning why are there so many potholes. And actually, I think the answer tends to be how was the weather for maybe the 2 or 3 weeks prior. It'll probably tell you a lot about how they happened, and it looks like we're heading for that kind of
Once
weather.
the thaw comes in, everything's going to warm up. The patch is going to do its melting again and try to rebind, but once it gets cold, it's like ice. It's just, once you start driving over, it's going to start breaking up, cracking, and pulling out again.
I know that you guys will be ready to address it. I just think it's kind of good to start. I want to do my best to educate people to, start thinking that when the weather's like this, that's probably like the next season, and then knowing that you guys are prepared for that too,
Right, right. So I got extra trucks ready for that with cold patch in it and all that, be ready, because they don't run hot mix until around April. So we're stuck with cold mix, and it's just a temporary thing. That was not me.
That's going to be the theme song for the street department. And thank you so much, Jared. I hope you don't mind the question there at the end.
I hit the wrong button. No, wasn't me. Now, any questions? Anybody else got any more questions about this? All right. All right. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you. Any other matters to come before the board? And if not, is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you.